viper. Whoa.
What the hell?
Just stop. That was my whistle.
Going into the woods alone at night can be downright terrifying. But what if you stumble upon something or someone you'd rather not face? Tonight, we're uncovering 6 of the most spine-chilling encounters ever caught on camera. These stories will have you thinking twice before ever setting foot in the woods alone again. Let's jump straight into the first unsettling encounter. The first video tonight comes from Brothers Wild, a UK-based outdoor adventure and paranormal camping channel that blends wild camping, bushcraft, and overnight stays in locations tied to unsettling folklore. Their approach relies on unscripted real-time reactions, relaxed banter, and a respectful attitude toward any activity they encounter. It is July 20th, 2024, in Wales, United Kingdom, inside an area locally known as Witches Woods.
What the hell?
Just stop. Yeah, the way again.
That was weird. Middle of the day. Like giggling and then...
Yeah. Down there, there's no path over there.
Yeah, down here. That's just trees.
I know.
And it's a bank like this. I don't know. Right.
Yes, hang on.
That was weird.
As darkness settles and heavy rain begins to fall, the group moves cautiously through the woodland, setting up cameras, lights, and spirit communication equipment. Visibility is limited, and the rain muffles distant sounds while amplifying anything close by. Faint rustling and footsteps are heard around them, immediately putting the group on edge as they pause frequently to listen.
Oh,
No.
is anybody there?
Go red. Oh, a bit higher. You were there a second ago.
If you're there, can you go to red? Or hit the cat ball behind that device. It's a little ball.
Oh,
okay.
there's some there. Be closer.
Come up to this device here and touch it. If you touch it, it'll go red.
Yeah, thank you.
Yay!
Thank you very much. Come in, please.
Wow. Look at it. That is dancing. Hello. We're going to use this device to make yes and no answers. So it's no if you stay on green and red if it's yes.
Oh.
Can you go to red that you understood that, what I just said?
Trigger objects and spirit communication devices are used. The equipment appears to respond intelligently, answering yes and no questions, and identifying itself as a female presence. Reactions intensify when questions turn to death and fire, with the device responding more forcefully than before.
% now. I'm gonna have to change battery. I put a new battery in about 20 minutes ago. I've barely used it.
You go red if that was you.
Are you using the? Are you using 10%? It's using this.
I said it was not you.
Use your energy on another device, please. Don't drain my camera.
Are you here for me?
Yes, we
Yeah,
are
yeah.
here for you. We're here
Yes.
for you, but we need a name off you. We're actually going to have to change your battery already. I can't believe that. That's never drained that quick. 7%. It's draining every couple of seconds. What? 6%. Look at it.
No, is it?
Look at the battery on it.
On it.
6%. Watch it now. Go down to 5. You'll see it in a minute.
Tell me it stopped.
Now it stops at 6%. Okay guys, I'm going to have to just change my battery on this. It's for some reason we just started this and now it's going absolutely crazy. It stayed at 6, Rich. What a horrible number to stay at.
I stopped. I stopped. It went over there. Come back over there.
5%.
I was shot.
You were shot?
Shot.
Wow. Sorry guys, I'm going to have to change this battery before. Oh, guys. Oh, we're back. Oh my god. That took me 30 seconds to change that battery, right? We've had 1970s inside, then my battery case closed on its own. It was open like this, and then it went like that. Then we heard a noise over here.
One of the cameras experiences rapid battery drain, losing power within minutes, despite being fully charged. At the same time, additional unexplained noises are heard nearby, reinforcing the feeling that something unseen is moving through the woods around them. Despite visible unease, the group continues the investigation calmly and respectfully. They document further sounds and reactions without provoking the environment, remaining focused on observation rather than escalation. As the night comes to an end, the group reflects on the activity they've experienced. Equipment is packed away carefully, and they leave Witch's Woods with a lingering sense that the forest is far more active after dark than it first appears. The night in Witch's Woods is defined by persistent, unexplained sounds, intelligent responses through spirit devices, and unusual equipment failure. Rather than relying on dramatic reactions, the group's calm and respectful approach. Before we move on, if you're enjoying the video so far, leaving a like really helps. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time. We recently passed 50,000 subscribers, and that's entirely because of you. The next target is 100,000 before the end of the year. Ambitious, but worth aiming for. There's a hidden word somewhere in this video. See if you can spot it. Now, let's continue. The next horrifying video comes from Rick and his van, a UK-based channel blending van life with low-key paranormal exploration. Rick's investigations rely on real-time reactions, minimal theatrics, and quiet observation, often using simple tools like EMF detectors while visiting graveyards, abbeys, and surrounding woodland. It is November 3rd, 2024, at Alton Abbey and the surrounding woods, United Kingdom. Rick and his wife prepare to enter the graveyard and nearby woodland. Their phones act as torches, and an EMF detector is switched on before they leave the van. The atmosphere feels immediately tense as they begin the investigation.
Right, we just had a massive spike on that EMF detector. It went absolutely mental. And just as it went off and all the lights started shining, all the birds flew out the trees. I don't think they can cause radiation. Radioactive birds.
Without warning, the EMF detector spikes sharply near a tree. At the exact same moment, birds suddenly erupt from the branches above, exploding into the night. Both Rick and his wife are startled by how closely the physical reaction in the woods coincides with the EMF reading.
It's going nuts.
I'm scared.
We got ghosts, Lise. It seemed to come off the tree. Whoa, look, it's going by the tree. It's going by the tree. It's going mad. It's going nuts.
As they continue deeper, the EMF detector reacts again, this time fluctuating violently near the trees. Visibility is almost non-existent, and the constant darkness makes it difficult to tell where paths begin or end. Rick comments on how disorienting the woods feel, with the device reacting in places that otherwise appear empty.
this has not gone to plan at all. I've got no idea where I am. I thought Lisa was behind me a minute ago, and I can't even see her. I've lost her. I don't know if she's playing a prank on me or something. She's going to jump out behind a tree, but I literally cannot see her at all. I don't know where she's gone. She's still in the middle of the bloody... I found a torch. I'm still in the middle of the bloody woods. I'm just going to try and see if I can make my way back to the van. Lace! Lace! I'm actually freaking out now. Lace! Lace!
Okay, I don't know if Richard's playing a prank on me, but I can't find him anywhere. Rich?
The situation escalates when Rick and his wife become separated in the darkness. Rick's tone shifts as he realizes he can't find her and begins calling out, trying to navigate the woodland alone. For several tense minutes, neither knows where the other is. Eventually, both independently make their way back to the van, reuniting without injury, but clearly shaken. Back at the van, Rick and his wife decide not to continue the overnight stay. They reflect on the EMF spikes, the overwhelming darkness, the sudden bird activity, and the stress of becoming separated in unfamiliar woodland at night. Although a monk was present elsewhere on the property, and no clear paranormal event can be confirmed, the experience is enough to end the investigation early. Rick later concludes the video from home, describing it as a Halloween adventure cut short by genuine fear, and hints at future ghost hunting trips, while acknowledging how quickly a quiet location can become unsettling after dark. The next chilling video comes from Man Dog Wild, a US-based outdoor channel focused on solo wild camping, bushcraft, and survival in remote terrain. His videos lean heavily on realism, quiet reflection, and the genuine risks that come with being alone in the wilderness. It is September 14th, 2025, in remote mountainous terrain in the United States. As night settles in, the camper finishes dinner and tidies the campsite. Without warning, a sharp, aggressive hissing cuts through the night. The sound is sudden and close, immediately triggering alarm.
Of right there. That, I believe, is a Lebanese viper. Whoa. Well, if it bites you. So I'm hoping we have enough.
The source becomes clear: a venomous mountain snake coiled defensively on the path ahead. It remains motionless, but alert, positioned perfectly where a single careless step could have ended badly. The camper retreats slowly, keeping his body low and movements deliberate. He carefully guides his dogs back with him, conscious that any sudden reaction could provoke a strike. The uneven terrain forces him to move with extreme caution, every step calculated.
Obviously, coming from where I come from, it's looking at Bitter, it's not looking at me. Give it a wide berth, and this is where I slip, and it comes at us. Coming from where I come from, that's something you don't see every day. Give it a wide berth and let's get out here. Now, if that had been Yeti with me, that would have been... Yes, it would. Yes. That would have been a complete shit show.
The rest of the night passes without incident, but the encounter leaves a lasting impression. What began as a routine walk near camp turns into a stark reminder of how exposed solo campers are in wild environments. The experience reinforces a core truth of wilderness camping. Preparation and awareness matter, but respect for wildlife and knowing when to back away can be the difference between a close call and a tragedy. The next shocking video of the night comes from Rachel and Tommy, a US-based van life and wilderness exploration channel. Their content focuses on real-time camping experiences in isolated locations, emphasizing awareness, decision-making, and genuine reactions rather than overt paranormal claims. It is June 3rd, 2022, on remote wooded public land in the United States. Exact location undisclosed. Tommy mentions briefly catching movement in his peripheral vision, not enough to identify clearly, but enough to break the sense of calm. The moment introduces unease, shifting their focus from relaxing to monitoring their surroundings.
I wasn't looking out the mirror, but, you know, it's in my peripheral. And I could have sworn I saw something walk across there.
What do you think it was?
Oh, I mean, like a man walked across there.
Tommy spots movement again. This time, it appears as a human-shaped figure moving quickly across the tree line. The sighting is brief and not fully visible, but the shape and speed are enough to immediately heighten concern. Both turn their attention fully toward the woods, listening for further signs.
It sounded like a little kid screaming. And that's disconcerting. You know, I wouldn't even know where to begin to go looking, or even if I should go looking for it. No. But it sounded for all the world like a 5 or 6 year old little kid screaming. And I didn't hear a word. It was just more like just a scream.
Multiple howls begin soon after, louder and closer than before. The sounds are irregular and difficult to track, echoing through the trees and making it impossible to pinpoint their source. The unpredictability of the noises causes visible anxiety as the couple listen in silence, weighing their options.
All the way out.
Yeah. I haven't heard any more screams, but I've definitely been some howls. Roll your window down a little bit, just a little bit. Now there's one back over here. Nope. Nope, we're out of here.
The howls suddenly escalate, sounding extremely close to the van. Without hesitation, Rachel and Tommy decide not to investigate. Recognizing the risk, they start the engine and leave the area immediately. The couple drive straight into town, reflecting on how unsettling it was to hear human-like vocalizations in such an isolated location. Despite being experienced and prepared, the intensity and proximity of the sounds make staying feel unsafe. The encounter reinforces a simple reality of remote camping. When something feels wrong and you can't explain it, leaving is often the safest decision. The next video comes from Anonymous Prepper, a survival and preparedness channel focused on real-time challenges, underground shelters, and testing personal limits in low-control environments. The content is minimally produced, relying on direct-to-camera narration and genuine reactions as situations unfold. It is May 21st, 2025, in a rural woodland in the United States.
So complicated at night, right? Kind of long.
Anonymous prepper enters the woodland at night, immediately admitting he feels uneasy. He explains that survival training often means operating in unfamiliar environments after dark, where navigation becomes more difficult and instincts are tested. Movement through the trees is slow and deliberate. Visibility is poor, and every sound feels amplified. He stresses that fear is part of preparedness, and learning to manage it is just as important as gear or shelter.
Alright guys, we're here at the bunker. It's nighttime. So we're gonna hop in the bunker right now, okay? Yo, we're here in the bunker, okay? As you can see, we updated it. We got all this nice tarp over it. It's gonna be nice and shady here. Alright, we added some benches up in here. Alright, now we can finally sit. Alright, now the plan still stays the same, okay? We're gonna be digging this out. We're gonna be making this shelter larger than it already is, okay? Alright, our plan is to go deeper underground and make this even a little.
Climbing down into the bunker, he gives a brief tour of the interior. The space is basic, enclosed, and dark, offering protection from the elements, but very little comfort. Once inside, the surrounding forest noise becomes muted, reinforcing how cut off the shelter feels from the outside world. He explains the challenge for the night: sleeping in the bunker with no supplies, in what he describes as a military-style rest scenario. The goal is to test whether he can relax and sleep in an unfamiliar, confined space. He lists local wildlife in the area: foxes, coyotes, skunks, and raccoons, and acknowledges that even underground, awareness is still necessary. As the minutes pass, his tone becomes quieter and more cautious.
Alright guys, you have asked for it and I'm gonna deliver, okay? I'm gonna be doing an overnight challenge here. I'll be sleeping here military style, no supplies. As you can tell, I don't have my backpack on, and I'm just gonna be sleeping here raw dogging it, okay? So I'm gonna show you an example of how I'm gonna be sleeping tonight. Alright, so in a bad situation, guys, you guys gotta be willing to sleep anywhere. Luckily, I got this shelter here where I'm gonna be sleeping, where I know where hopefully no animals will get to me tonight, okay? We do have coyotes here, we do have foxes, we got skunks, raccoons. Luckily we don't got no bears where we stay at, but you always gotta be in the lookout. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna be sleeping, okay?
As the night progresses, his confidence drops. He admits that fear has taken over and that he no longer feels capable of staying until morning. Rather than forcing the situation, he decides to leave the bunker early, openly acknowledging that panic has set in. After returning home safely, Anonymous Prepper reflects on the experience. He emphasizes that preparedness isn't just about equipment or shelters, but understanding personal limits and recognizing when fear compromises judgment. The challenge ends not with failure, but with a lesson. Nighttime environments can overwhelm even experienced individuals, and knowing when to step back is as important as knowing how to push forward. Before the next clip, if you're enjoying the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The last video of the night comes from Exploring with Bear, a US-based paranormal and cryptid exploration channel. Bear focuses on solo overnight camping in remote forests and lakeside areas associated with Bigfoot and Dogman reports, relying on real-time footage, survival awareness, and unfiltered reactions. It is September 8, 2025, in Ohio, United States, a remote woodland and lakeside area. As night settles in, Bear tends the campfire beside the lake. The last light fades quickly, and the surrounding woodland becomes dense and opaque. He reacts to movement and what sound like distant voices carrying through the trees. The forest no longer feels empty. It feels occupied. The atmosphere shifts from calm isolation to alert unease.
Like it was on the other side of the hill, but I could see it moving. There's a voice. I can hear the sizzling. Man, skeeters. But it sounded like something walking so close. I think I see an X back there. An X. Look at that X. Crap, freaking smoke, man. I'm hearing stuff now. All around. There was just something over there. But look, an X, and I heard something walking right there. And there was a bang from further back. Whoop.
Movement appears just beyond the reach of the firelight. Multiple points of eye shine, reflect back from different directions, suggesting more than one presence in the darkness. Bear becomes increasingly tense as the impression forms that he may be surrounded, unable to track where the movement is coming from.
Oh my goodness, this is crazy. I hope that... Did I just see a light? Was that like a quick orange light? Or could that have been an eyeball? I don't know, but I'm not liking this. I don't like this feeling and the way there's so many. Whatever's going on, there's multiple. Oh, was that a light down there?
The activity continues. Repeated clacking noises and hollers echo near bent trees around the campsite. At one point, a distant light, resembling a flashlight, appears briefly through the trees, raising the unsettling possibility of another presence nearby. As the fire burns lower, the darkness presses in, forcing Bear to remain alert and exposed.
That was a clack. That sounded like it could have been by that bent tree. All right. Oh, screw it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. This might be stupid. Was that a holler or a scream? I heard that clack. I was just getting ready to go out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I just seen a flashlight out in the woods. There is somebody down there. I want you guys to see it.
Eventually, Bear retreats into his tent as the sounds persist outside. Cold, exhausted, and shaken, he remains inside until first light. At dawn, he packs up quickly and leaves without lingering. The night leaves him deeply unsettled. What stands out isn't a single moment, but the accumulation, voices, knocks, eye shine, screams, and movement, all experienced while completely alone in a remote woodland. The encounter underscores the psychological and physical vulnerability of solo camping in areas known for unexplained activity, where the darkness doesn't just hide what's out there, it amplifies it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these 6 spine-tingling encounters, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more chilling and terrifying videos. There's always another mystery waiting to be uncovered, and you won't want to miss what's next. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.